Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Bia and I truly love makeup. In today's video, I am bringing you a second idea for a holiday glam, which is completely different from my previous one, which I will leave up here in case you guys want to check it out as well. This is super extra, super glowy, it's full of glitter as you can see. So if you are into this extra full glam kind of vibe, just keep on watching. But before we move on to the tutorial, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also to leave this video a like because, as I always say, it's an amazing way of supporting me as a content creator. I zoomed you guys in because, as per usual, we are going to start by doing the eye makeup, and I'm very excited about today's video because it's going to be the first time that I bring my new eyeshadow palette to my channel. This is the Cinnamon Swirl from Too Faced. And guys, first of all, it smells incredibly good. It smells like these cakes. And second of all, the shades are so stunning. And I just love the pop of color in here with the purple and stuff. Even though this is the first time that I'm using this palette on my channel, I have actually played with it quite a lot on my Instagram page. So in case you guys want to check the content that I did over there, I will leave the link to my page down below. And yeah guys, I am going to use a few eyeshadows from this palette, and I think that now it's time to move on to the tutorial. So let's go. I've already built the base for the eyeshadows using a little bit of concealer and setting it with powder. And now, moving on to eyeshadows, I am going to take this one, which is Sugar Rush, and apply it all over my crease. This is very light, but I feel like this just kind of starts building the perfect transition. And since this is going to be such a graphic look, I still want that little definition to the crease and kind of a soft transition in between everything. As you can see, it's very light, but it definitely adds some shadow. I've always loved to play with warm eyeshadows, and honestly, this palette is just perfect for that because you have so many warm brown shades and goldens and stuff. As you could see from the thumbnail, this is going to be a very graphic look, and since the wing is supposed to connect with the cut crease, I am going to draw kind of a guidance line that is going to work as my outer part of the wing. For that, I am going to take the darkest eyeshadow on this palette, which is called Better Up. I am using a very tiny brush from Zoeva. This is the Spot Liner, the 310. I'm just going to use it to draw kind of an outer wing so that I know exactly where I have to cut my crease. You can actually also continue this line to know exactly where you are going to apply the liner, which I think that I'm going to do just, just in case I mess it up. Okay guys, so now I'm going in with the liner, and for that I'm using this Inglot eyeliner. This is the AMC 77, which is their black classic liner, and this brush from Sigma. This is the perfect brush for graphic liner, to be honest, because it's super thin and it's kind of flexible, so it allows you to draw with it, and it's the Sigma E11. I don't know how much I will be able to show from this part of the process, to be honest, because I am so blind, you guys. I have to have the mirror this close to my face, so the camera usually ends up focusing on the palette or whatever product with the mirror that I'm holding instead of focusing on my face. I actually had to try to do this look 3 times because for some reason I was just not getting it right, but I think that it's pretty good now. Don't worry about the lower part not being super sharp because we are going to apply shimmer and glitter on top, so any little imperfection will just be hidden. The important thing in here is that the upper part is very sharp because that's not fixable now. Now I'm taking a shimmer from the same palette to apply below the glitter just to make sure that the base is very opaque so that in between the little particles of glitter you cannot see the skin underneath, if that makes sense. So I am taking this shimmer, which is called Ready, Set and Bake. I completely forgot to mention, but I am using a 238, which is the Luxe Precise Shader brush from Zoeva. Guys, I want this eye look to be as sparkly as it can possibly be. Okay guys, so now for the glitter, I am taking this one from Musa. This is what it looks like. It's a very gorgeous shade. It's honestly my favorite glitter from them. And I'm also using their brush. I'm going to use the larger part first, and then I will move on to this very pointy one just to apply on the edges. So since I went off camera to finish applying the glitter, I decided to finish off this eye. The only thing that is missing in this one is mascara, just to see how it would turn out in the end. I am now going to do the eyeliner on this eye, and this time I am using the 31T from Inglot, which is an angled tapered brush. I am using the same eyeliner as before. The mascara that I'm going in with is this one from MAC. This is the Extended Play Premier Plush. Okay guys, so now that the eye makeup is finally complete, like, I don't know why, but my makeup game has not been at its best in the last few weeks. Maybe I'm just tired, I don't know. But this actually took me 3 attempts because I couldn't get the line sharp enough. Like, it didn't even have to be that sharp on the lower part, but for some reason I was not able to manage it. But now we're here, it's done, and we can move on to the complexion, which is honestly going to feel like therapy after all this stress. I want my skin to look super glowy, kind of to try to match and, you know, keep up with the eye makeup. So the first product that I'm taking is the MAC Stroke Cream, and I'm going to apply it on the highest points of my face. Now moving on to primer, I'm going to use this one from MAC. This is the Prep and Prime Natural Radiance Primer. This will also help me achieve a super dewy finish. I honestly love this primer, you guys. I've used it quite a few times on my channel, and I've actually gave you my feedback on it, and it's honestly so good, and it's so moisturizing to the skin. It feels amazing during the winter times because my skin tends to be super dry this time of the year. Now moving on to foundation, I'm using this one from NARS. This is a Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I'm going to start by applying it with this brush from Zoeva, which is the 104, their buffer brush. And then I'm going in with my sponge just to make sure that everything is super blended out, no marks from the brush, you know, all that stuff. I am trying not to use hairbands every time I do my makeup because that increases the frizz on my hair like crazy. But honestly, it's very hard to control my baby hairs using just my hands. Now I'm just going in with my beauty blender just to make sure that everything is very blended out, I have no excess on my face, and that I don't miss any tiny spots. Before applying the concealer, I'm going in with the Tantour from Huda Beauty. I actually haven't used this in quite some time now. And to apply it, I'm going to be using this Real Techniques brush. This is the sculpting brush, which is the 401. I'm applying the Tantour in the areas of my face in which I want to add some shadow. You guys know that I can never miss the perimeter of my forehead as well. Since the brush that I use is so dense in my forehead, I like to go in with my beauty blender after applying the product, just to make sure that everything is blended out, I absorb the excess, and there is no harsh transition in between my foundation on my forehead and the Tantour. Now for concealer, I'm going in with this one from Anastasia. This is their Magic Touch Concealer. I'm applying the concealer and also blending it using my beauty blender. I didn't apply it directly on my skin because I had to mix some white pigment to it, because the shade that I bought, which by the way is the shade number 6, is way too dark for me, especially right now because I'm very pale. I actually also filmed another video on a holiday glam, but my hair was so messy and there were so many things going wrong on that makeup look. I also had to redo the eye makeup several times, even though it was super easy, but my eyeliner just kept on getting very crooked and stuff. Like, it was not a good day when it comes to makeup. But I don't know, I feel like I will not upload that video, but I will try to refilm it because the end makeup was very nice. It was just a video that was kind of like hard to record, and I don't want that to show on camera. So I think that I'm going to redo that makeup look and also buy a lipstick on that same shade, because the formula that I was using turned out to be a big... I'm not even going to finish the sentence, but you got the point. So I think that I'm going to buy that same shade or something close enough and redo the makeup. That is it for creamy formula. So before we move on to powders, as I always do, I am going to first spray my face using a setting spray. This one is the All Nighter from Urban Decay. The powder that I'm going to be using today is my absolute favorite one. This is from Laura Mercier and it's the Translucent Loose Setting Powder. I'm applying a very light layer of powder using this brush that I have from Primark. This is their Tapered Blush Brush. Before baking, I'm going to apply some of my Hoola bronzer on top of the creamy bronzer that we have applied, just because I want to set it with something with a color similar to it and also to intensify a little bit. And I am using my Japanese brush. I completely forgot to apply the creamy bronzer on the sides of my nose, but it's fine because I can apply just the Hoola bronzer and I will be good to go. I am taking this tapered blending brush to apply the bronzer on the sides of my nose. Guys, this brush is very old. This was actually my first eyeshadow brush, I'm pretty sure. And it was from the supermarket from a few years ago, a lot of years ago. I'm also connecting the bronzer on the sides of my nose with my brow bone. Also going to apply a little bit below my lower lip. Moving on to baking, I am using my beauty blender to apply the powder. While this whole thing bakes, and because we are missing only a few steps, I am going to start taking care of the lips. And since today's eye makeup is so bam, I am going to keep the lips pretty simple, pretty neutral, so that the eye makeup is the one to shine in today's look, literally. To line my lips, I'm going to use this MAC pencil. This is in this shade, I still can't pronounce it. In the meantime, I removed the powder because I didn't want it to set for a very long time because I feel like that just mattifies the complexion too much. I just wanted to make sure that I brought the light to the place that I wanted to, you know, just to help sculpting my face, and that I set my under eye area very well because it tends to crease a lot. To finish off the eye makeup, we only have to take care of the lower lash line. So first, I'm going to take a 228 from Zoeva and this matte eyeshadow that we use from this palette. This was the muffin top. I'm just going to run this eyeshadow all over my lower lash line. Since we have so much black liner on the upper part of our eyes, I am going to run this black pencil on my lower lash line. This one is from Dior and it's their waterproof eyeliner pencil in the shade 094. To help diffuse the pencil and to blend it out a little bit, I am taking this Morphe brush. This is the M210, which is just a flat shader brush. And this eyeshadow, this is the Butter Up. And I'm going to try to apply it and blend it very close to my lashes. For blush, I am taking my NARS one. This one is in the shade Orgasm, and I am using the 127 brush from Zoeva to apply it. A little bit of the same mascara on the lower lashes. For lipstick, I am going in with an old favorite of mine, which is this one from KVD. This is their Everlasting liquid lipstick, and the one that I have is in the shade Ludwig. I used to wear this lipstick pretty much every single time when I started doing YouTube videos and more content on Instagram. Like, this was just my favorite shade. It is still one of my favorites, I'm not gonna lie. One final round of the setting spray. Now for highlighter, I'm going in with my favorite one since ever. This one is from Becca and now from Smashbox. It's the Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Moonstone. I am using a deluxe brush from Morphe for the larger areas, and then I am going in with my usual KVD Shade and Light brush. This is the final makeup look. Guys, I am truly obsessed with how this turned out. I feel like this gives me kind of a mix between sassy and cute vibes. I truly love this makeup look and I never thought that it would come out this great, to be honest, because this gave me some trouble, guys. But it was definitely worth it. But obviously I want to know what you guys think about this makeup look, so don't forget to leave me your feedback down below. And in case you guys want another idea for a holiday glam, just check out this video right here, which is my previous video. So yeah guys, that is it for today's video. Bye, and I hope to see you on my next one.